Welcome back to another episode of the Pop Culture Discussion. It's me, Robert, and today we are talking about Vox Machina Season 2. Just a heads up as well, I will be loosely spoiling this entire season. This is my review, but it's also my thoughts on the show as well. The entire season is available now on Amazon Prime, so feel free to check it out there. If you haven't seen the show and you're considering watching it, I'm just gonna let you know now, it's amazing, it's fantastic, it's one of the best animated fantasy adult storytelling shows out there. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, absolutely check it out, and then check out this video.
Oh, please, God, tell me this is a metaphor.
It's just the creative fantasy elements and fantastic character chemistry that really do it for me here, and the insanely high threat level that just makes every episode so intense. Speaking of threat level, when it comes to that, Season 2 literally took it to the next level. The opening episode basically destroys everything they built in Season 1 with these new villains just being like, hey, we're in charge now, deal with it. And the crew just having to be like, okay, this is something we have faced on a much smaller scale in the previous season, so we got a serious problem here. I feel like the plot this season is really stretched out a lot further, giving us way more world building. Season 1 felt like the main plot was kind of looped around Percy's story, but Season 2, I feel like there's not a singular main character, which is great, so they all get to share the screen time pretty equally. It's such a classic fantasy plot of, we need to kill some dragons, let's go on a quest to find some relics and or weapons that will defeat them. And that's literally, at the end of the day, that's literally all this plot is. But there's just way more to it, and just the shenanigans and the problems that the crew runs into really lets the character development and, again, the fantasy world building shine immensely. I feel like if there was a main character this season, it's probably Vax. Vax gets a dramatically large character upgrade this season. Not only does it make his action sequences so much more fun to watch, but it's actually what's going on the mental side of that as well, and the responsibilities of taking on this huge amount of power.
Protecting the sanctity between life and death. That is our cause. Your cause. Do you accept this charge?
What choice do I have? I accept.
Speaking of power-ups though, there are definitely a heap more power-ups delivered to other main characters, making for some really creative and fun magic, and just some super badass action sequences. Keyleth gets her fire powers, and not only is she controlling fire, but she turns into this like giant fire man almost, and just demolishes any minion she walks into. Grog gets quite a chunk of screen time here as well. We get to go into his origins and explain what he was before the crew, and then he also gets quite an upgrade. In saying that though, he basically gets 2 upgrades. He gets one which is pretty sweet, but in losing that one, he basically loses everything and has to start from scratch again, and then gets another even bigger and better upgrade after that. I would say Scanlan gets a bit of an upgrade here too in finding his courage. I know that's been a bit of an issue for him throughout the show, so that was really nice to see that come full circle. I love all the cheeky comedy between the characters and the side characters, and it gets pretty crude sometimes, but yeah, it is hilarious. The little inside jokes between each other, it's all fantastic, and it just crafts such excellent character chemistry.
Good thing these titties were here. What?
I can't really think of anything legitimately bad to say about the season. It was literally that much fun to watch. But if there is anything negative that I can think of, I would say that there are so many scenes in this season especially where the entire crew are in trouble except for one of the members, and they come in at the very last second to save the day. And it's almost every episode, to the point where you're just expecting it. So when the crew's in trouble, you're just like, okay, which one of these guys isn't about to die right now? They're just going to come in and save everyone. And oh, guess what happens? That's exactly what happens. It just kind of makes some predictable storytelling. Not saying that every single episode is predictable. I don't know if this is super convenient character plot armor, or if this is exactly what happened in the game that this show is based on, and that's just how their game is played. I've never played D&D, so yeah, I honestly have no idea, sorry. I cannot wait for season 3. This ended on a major cliffhanger, so yeah, I was literally like, yeah, bring on the next episode. And I was like, oh wait, that was the last one? Are you kidding me? That cliffhanger is huge. But yeah, great cliffhanger for the end of the show, and I cannot wait for season 3. Thank you for watching my review on Vox Machina. Did you enjoy it? Was it better than season 1 for you, or did you enjoy it just as much like I did? For more on pop culture, feel free to check out any of my other videos, and I will see you in my next video.